Greetings, Internet Sojourners, and welcome back to the Democracy stream. And I am now back in EverQuest and getting ready to do some grinding here down in Kaesora, and we are around 80%, close to 80% to level 43. We're sitting at 42 right now. And it's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve if you celebrate. Hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday season. I'm off work for a few days, so I'm just taking advantage of the double or 50% experience bonus here. The loot bonus. Hopefully I get something good here. We do, so starting out here in Kaesora, we're going to have to get through some lull poles just to get this kind of camp broken up here on our right. I spent some time last night and this morning trying to get a horrible, like, fan squealing noise to stop from my computer, and I realized this morning it's not my fans, it is my actual computer case causing a like whistling noise. So I have like a solution worked out right now, and it's really just a temporary solution until I get a new computer built. Essentially had to disconnect the case from the laptop, and I have some bottle caps kind of propping it open, because whenever the case is fully seated into the laptop, it is interesting. Okay, it causes that whistling noise. This guy's farming Zalgaz. He shouldn't be a issue for us. So we're doing the Screaming Terror poll. A little bug flying around in my studio here. Need to watch for Screaming Terror. There it goes. And we're going to set up to do some grinding, so we need to see Konakab. I think he's not a max level. We need to get a max level pet. And then once we get that max level pet, we are going to give him... Uh-oh. We are taking some heals here. Once we get a max level pet, we're going to give him some Deadwood staves. I've got a bag full of them. And then we are going to grind it out. We're going to try to hit 44, maybe not tonight, but definitely at some point here in the next couple days. So if we can put a chunk into 43 tonight, we'll be good. Let's try a new pet. Got a green. We need to get a blue, and then he needs to be hitting for 39. So there's a blue. And we did stream some Guild Wars 1 earlier as promised, so if you are just now joining and you want to check out the replay on that, just kind of a fun, interesting thing to do. Not going to be like becoming a Guild Wars 1 streamer. Although I love streaming dead MMOs. Should we buff the pet? We'll buff him. We'll buff him because we believe that he is a max level. Around this time of year, I love to play MMOs. I don't know what it is about the season, but I think they make really good like winter break games because of the amount of time that it requires. They usually have holiday type quests. So there's usually like a good draw for an MMO at this time of year. We're gonna get full mana before we pull this minion because we're getting heals from inside the tower here. So we may need to nuke him down. Let's see what my evocation skill is at now. When I came in here, it was pretty under-leveled. We're up to 88. It's getting better. So a couple more seconds, 3-4 more ticks, and then we'll pull the next. I also moved a rug into my studio so that it helps absorb some sound, and then I'm going to get some soundproofing material and put it up on the walls here in the coming weeks as well. All right, Karan, show me 39s. That's what we want to see. Goodness, this guy's hitting hard. Oh, he did. He hit for 39. Now we just need to keep him alive. He's probably going to get a heal here from this skeletal warder. Yes, he did. Alright, so I definitely saw 39s, yep. Let's give him some deadwood staves. There's one. There's two. We probably should have waited, actually. Because if we get a crit resist on this, as we're trying to do this room over here, that could be bad for him, because it's really hard to keep him from getting involved in the fight. We will try our hardest, though. And so we're gonna attempt to lull 3 of them and then pull the 4th one out. We will start with the healer, though. The one we want to kill first is the guy right here. Skeletal Warden. Or Warder. Let's get some more mana though before we do that. And I'm going to set up a timer for 18 minutes. That is the zone respawn timer. But ideally we don't get any crit resist and we actually just pull this off first try. That is my wish. I hope everybody gets what they want for Christmas this year. I got to go see my kids, so I'll call it a win. But yeah, we're waiting for full mana just to make sure that we have the mana to lull all 4 or 3 and then kill them pretty rapidly. Almost there. Ooh, I'm nervous. Okay, here we go. First one. Got him. Second one. Alright, we are mashing the pet back off. Ooh. That was actually pretty close. Okay, maybe we can just body pull this one. Can we get him? Oh, he reset. We're pretty low on health, but we're gonna try it. Should we try him again? I guess I really want to get the warder. Oh, we got him. Let's go. Oh, get back. Oh my. Get him. Let's try to get a vampiric curse up on him. And around 50%, we're gonna just root rot him. Because he will not heal if he is rooted. Oof, that was kind of scary. And we can throw a third dot up on him now. See if the pet can just get him down. We're gonna get another vampiric curse up on him just so we have a dot ticking. Yeah, he's gonna keep trying to heal himself. There we go. 3 dots ticking on him was just too much for him. And now we start our respawn timer. We still have two lulls up. So I think rather than try to start over, if we can, let's just grab the minion. Oh, I can't tell which one is got the lull. Because there's two minion of Zalgaz. It's that one. See if we can just grab them, because the other two should still be lulled. Yep. This guy's kind of tough. Oh, let's see. I was gonna recast my haste, but I don't think I need. Let's drop a good old nuke on him. Vampiric Curse has got me all the way back up to 94% health. So definitely not off to the worst start. Yesterday was the worst start. I had 2 pets die in a row due to crit resists. Get the pet's life back up a little bit before we go again and get some more mana. We need to refresh Call of Bones here as well. Alright, pet's looking pretty good. We have the Pat here. We're going to wait for him to move on. We'll grab him last. Alright. The fizzles. Get the fizzle to get better, though. Just hurts the mana bar. Definitely want to keep an eye out for our pet's health. We don't want to lose him with those 2 weapons. So like here, we're going to root him. Going to bring him back. Just do some root rotting to kind of efficiently kill these while the pet gets some health. I was listening to see if that whistling had come back, but it's kind of annoying. It's coming from the actual case of the computer, which means it's probably like a manufacturing issue. The computer's always made that sound, and it just took me like a couple hours this morning to really figure out where it was coming from. I thought for sure it was a fan. Like I ordered a new fan for the computer that I don't actually need. And ultimately the solution is just take the computer halfway apart. Leave it that way, which is not acceptable in my opinion. But it's temporary until I can build a desktop here in the next couple months. Buff the pet up. Cat is coming back. See if we can grab this guy before the pack comes back. These Deadwood staves aren't proccing as much as I thought they would. Here we go, there's a proc. Those are a life tap, that's what that proc does. And we've already gotten almost 10% of the level. That's pretty good. This guy's back. I'm not going to sweat it. If both of those respawn, they're really easy to split. So we're going to get some mana. I'd rather have the mana and not need it than vice versa. And hopefully we can put a dent into 43 tonight. Once we hit 44, we're going to head over to down near and finally try to get that that dagger quest done. So that's the goal right now. Try to grab this guy. Oh no. How did we get two? We'll just keep him rooted. He's dual wielding. Oh, his root broke. That's not good. Oh, and he's a healer. That's even worse. Things just got a little bit more complicated. We're gonna try to just root rot. Oh no. We just don't want him healing him. Hopefully we can get him down. Not sure how we ended up with 2. Yeah, if they're not engaged in melee, they don't heal. Really strange. But I'm not entirely sure where this extra one came from. But he is down now. And we're just gonna do some root rotting here. Pet's doing a little bit better, so we can give him some time in there. But we are going to keep him rooted, because I don't think the pet's going to be able to hold up against this one. And once he gets down to about 50%, we're going to leave him. Just like that. That way it doesn't heal. We'll just let those dots tick away at him. Hopefully that's a deadwood. I think it is. Hopefully that one is too. Oh, where is he going? I didn't think those ran. And we have 3.5 minutes till the tower starts respawning, so not in the best position because of this ad. That is a deadwood. Spine piercer. That I don't think I've seen that one. But we need to get ready to pull the tower next. All of Bones is dropping, so we're gonna need to get that back up as well. And we have a minute and a half. So I think we're just going to med and we're going to let this guy sit until we can pick him up later. Hopefully he doesn't aggro while I'm pulling the tower. But we want to keep the tower broken. We don't want to have to redo the lull. Oh, he's a warder, so he might throw some heals too. That's not good. Yeah, we've only got a minute. He'll respawn. Let's see, will he come? Like, no. We're going to have a respawn in here very soon. I think it's going to be this one on the right. We need to be watching for the pat. Okay, we got the respawn. We want to pull him further back so he's not not getting heals. Hopefully we don't get the pat from over there. Ah, shoot. He's gonna try to heal. Get him. No. Things always get a little bit dicey in here. We need to rebuff our pet as well. We need to start that timer. Try to keep these guys broken. Got a green this one, so I'm glad because we need a little bit of a break. We got ads kind of stacking up on us. This gives me a chance to kind of med through this. Oh no. Want him to pull. Here comes the pat again. I think he stops right there. To work out the best time to kill him. I'm gonna try to grab him now, and hopefully we don't get a respawn and an ad. I just didn't want to deal with him coming down while we're trying to pull that tower, so... And even though these are undead, they do actually run. We gotta keep them rooted. Words, another dusty pack. Okay, good. Rest of the tower has not spawned yet. I don't want a chance trying to pull that guy. I want to finish this power area and then I'll try to grab him. Of course, now we're capped out on mana, so we'll grab him. We'll just root rot and med through this one. As long as my pet's not hitting him, he shouldn't throw any heals on himself. And with 3 dots going, it should go quick. Oh, there's another pat. I thought I had the pat. That kind of messes things up a little bit. Hopefully we don't need to lull here. Put on hide corpse looted. Such a nice command to have. We have another Spectral Guardian. That's kind of low on health, but we're gonna go for it. If we have to, we'll root rot him. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, we just got a life tap off, but funnel some health to our pet here to help him out. Root broke, but we were able to recover that pretty quick. Ooh, love that sound. That's ding 43. Now we can watch for that pat. One level to go till new spells. There nothing is in there just in case. Something should be spawning up here soon, and then hopefully we can grab that pad. And this is a good time to rebuff. Right, the Spectral Guardian is up over there, but we're going to grab this one first. I ran into the wall there. This one's easy, he's a green. And we have 6 minutes still on the tower, so nice. The last time we pulled this guy, we got an ad, but it's the only time I've ever gotten that ad. Hopefully this one he just comes solo. Experience is still really good. Even with that ding, I'm getting like 1 to 2% per kill. Yeah, I got like 5 minutes, so I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay. And I'm back. Timing your potty breaks in EQ. It's a skill. Yes, I'm a grown man and I just said potty. And we got 2 minutes still. Let's see. Move this back here. Made pretty good work of the spawn cycle this time. No ads, so that's why we're actually doing well on mana and time. Killed off Call of Bones, so I'm not running my health down for no reason. And it's important during times like this to look at your buffs and see if you need to rebuff as well. Kind of expecting this one here to pop. Ooh, I thought that other player was still in the church, but he's not. So I popped my head over there, and the church is full. But we should have a spawn any second now inside here. Almost sounds like the neighbors are lighting off fireworks. Oh, there he is. So we've got a skeletal minion here. A lot of these mobs are starting to go green, but I'm not actually too worried about that. I'd rather them be a little bit easier than harder, especially right now with the bonus. Now we have a skeletal warder up. For these, I just root rot him. Oh no, his root broke early. I'm gonna try to watch for that right there. That's the heal. Let's try to interrupt it. Looks like we did. Let's see if the pet can get him down. No, he did get a heal off. He does have 3 dots ticking on him though, so. Try to get some mana back here before the next one comes. And trying to keep an eye on this pathway in case there's the pat starts coming down. There's the pat there. He's a minion of Zalgaz. But it looks like he's going back up. When is the next one coming? Surprised we haven't seen him yet. We're gonna grab this guy. Gotta fight through the fizzles. Keep trying to get this evocation skill up. Still at 88. Those life taps are nice. Nothing up yet. And we're down here all by ourselves. Now we got a Spectral Guardian pop here. Hopefully it drops the shield. Well, I thought I had him rooted. Must have broken kind of early. I think we have one more in the church. Foolishly, I did not start my respawn timer on this cycle, so that was a dumb mistake. They're pretty well broken up now, though. Got the pack coming. And we got the last spawn here. We're going to grab him before the pack comes around, hopefully. The Deadwood staves are 828, the life tap. 8 damage, 28 delay. Now we can just hang out here. Watch for these guys. Oh, the 49 Necro is back. Now is a good time to rebuff the pet. Got nothing to kill until get some spawns. Yeah, there's definitely somebody shooting off fireworks outside. They do fireworks here like for everything. Thanksgiving, people were shooting off fireworks. I think that Necro is in here. It's like he's lulling everything right now, trying to get ready to fight. Yeah, there is. He's blowing stuff up in there. Like he's just root rotting. Alright, we got a Spectral Guardian up. And it's the experience has slowed down a little bit, but it's still good. There's still a lot of blues. This guy ran behind the tower, so I'm not going to root him. We're going to go ahead and grab this Pat now. Oh, wait. Two of them over. Grab them now. We'll funnel some health to our pet here. These fizzles are killing me. Should have the tower spawns real soon. I'll just have to remember to set my respawn timer this time. You can hear that Necro behind me putting in some work. Yeah, we're already at 10% to 44. That's nice. Come on, respawns. Oh, I guess I have these broken up a lot better than I thought. Or not broken up, but a large gap in between. This was the P break time on the last cycle, so. And I don't remember when these two up here spawn. Probably wrecked this whole room by now, yep. There we go. And we'll just root rot this guy so he doesn't heal. Oh. Watch for it, he's about to pop one. There it goes. See if we can interrupt it. Rick says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Rick. Kill him. Kill him, pet. Don't let him heal. There we go. Hopefully things are well for you and your family. Did it snow in Texas? I remember one year when I was in Texas, it snowed on Christmas. Absolutely not. Yeah, it was kind of nice. It snowed Christmas morning, I think. It was snowing like all day actually, because I remember my plan was to grill steaks, and I still grilled. I just had to grill outside in the snow, and it was very cold. It's hard to keep your grill lit when it's that cold. We got us a topaz. Those are worth some money. Just rain. Yeah, it rained really good out here too. People don't know how to drive out here in the rain. I will say that. It starts raining and everybody freaks out. Start going really slow. Well, some people go really slow, and then some people like way overdrive the conditions. I saw somebody like they went flying by me, and then the rain picked up. Where like we drove further into it, and as soon as the rain picked up, they like stomped their brakes, which is absolutely the wrong thing to do, and then turned on their hazards and got over in the right lane and started going like 30. I was like, oh my gosh, like somebody else is gonna end up getting us killed. Let's see what level Rick is now. Level 52. Wow. Put in a lot of work. We're all growing up, aren't we? I guess it has been a few months that we've been doing this. I'm probably lagging behind most people. I move a little bit slower. Decided to get back on your main after getting your alt monk to 31. Oh, Cheeto. That scared me. I'm not used to that noise. That's my new follower notification. Thanks for the follow, Cheeto. Hopefully you're having a good holiday. That's funny. If you look back at the replay, I jumped. I was like, whoa. So your monk is 31 and your shaman is 52. That's a pretty good start. You can go farm down here for Crescent, fighting batons and all that. You probably got some good stuff on him already. Skeletal minion here. Let's grab him and pull him back to the pet. Hoping to get a T-staff to drop. Are you going to make a druid? You're just gonna sell it. Now we have a minion of Zalgaz up in the tower. T-staff is monk. Oh, okay. I was thinking the thunderstorm staff for the druid. Are you talking about? I'll have to look that up. I don't know what weapon that is actually. Tranquil staff. Nice. Well, good luck. I mean, now's the time to do it with the loot bonus. Hopefully, I get my my shield out of here. I think we have one more. Oh, I never did restart my spawn timer. I'm such a failure. I think we have one more in the tower. Experience is moving really fast though, already at 13%. Let's go ahead and grab this Pat here, the minion of Zalgaz. This guy's actually putting a little bit of a hurting on my pet. Those life taps from the Deadwood staves are nice though. Helps keep the pet up. And we have our one last power spawn here, the minion of Zalgaz. I have not seen my evocation go up once. Oh no, it has gone up once. Good. We need to keep trying to get that up. There we go, it just went up again to 90. Nice. Alright, that is another spawn cycle down. We're up to 1,000 gold almost. I don't want to see this tranquil staff, so I'm going to pull that up on the wiki here. Tranquil staff. Damage 29, delay 30 with the effect of 100 blows. It is a stun, a spin stun, my favorite. Decreases HP when cast by 120. That's nice. Drops from a skeletal warlord, level 44 in Karner's Castle. Holder of the elusive and legendary T-Staff. It's worth 50,000 flat. Hopefully you get it. Be good to have. Are you solo camping it, or are you with a group out there? It dropped a couple times so far. Oh my goodness. Looking up here for anything I can pull, but I don't want to be running too far with an enemy. What with the janky dungeon pathing and all. So I'm hearing what sounds like fireworks and sirens. Hopefully they are fireworks and not gunshots. I think they're fireworks. They're very sporadic. We're going to go ahead and rebuff the pet while we have the mana. Spectral Guardian just popped. That life tap is nice. It procced once, and the pet got like 8% of his life back. Oh, whoops. Trying to heal my pet, and I accidentally healed the mob. It didn't take, but still. It's a long recast timer on this. I wonder how many people are in Karner's right now. 17, not bad. I think during double XP it was so full like it couldn't count all the people in there. People turn up for double XP. 50% is good too, though. It's been busy. Yeah, I'd say P99 is still in pretty good shape. Still stays pretty busy. It's got just enough that it's not in the death spiral. I think it helps us that there's no real alternative out there other than Quorum, but Quorum has its own issues. Yeah, I got up this morning and I put a rug in my studio. That way it helps cut down on some of the echo on this new microphone. Then I took apart my computer trying to figure out why it was whistling, because this microphone was picking up that whistling really bad. And it turns out it's the actual case. It's not the fan. Thought it was the fan. Not really sure where that guy came from. Did he spawn through the wall? Do I like the new mic? I do. I'm still working on getting it equalized. I'm gonna buy some acoustic foam for the studio to put up on the walls. Yeah, it's definitely an improvement over my old headset mic, I will say that. I think I got pretty good mileage out of the headset mic though, honestly. But yeah, you can hear the difference. I've listened to old and new um, streams, and I'm like, yeah, I like it, even if I haven't quite nailed down how I think it should sound. Definitely a little tuning to do. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. I've got the de-esser like pretty good, but I don't know if it's like muffled. I don't know. I'm still playing with it. I play with it for like a couple hours a day. All right, I cannot forget to set the respawn timer when I kill this guy. All right, I've got my respawn timer up, and as soon as he dies, I'm going to turn it on. One more tick. There we go. Those two are pretty close. Those two spawns. Oh my gosh, I fizzled like 4 times in a row there, and I just gave up. They still have 2 more spawns in there to kill. Got some new words, I think. Words of abatement. Let's see what those are for. Oh no, those aren't new. Yeah, I think my issue is I just don't know how it really should sound. Like a few streams ago, it was like too bassy, so I brought it up a little bit. It was too quiet, so I brought it up a little bit. I'd rather people have to turn me down a little bit than not be able to hear me and can't turn me up anymore. Because I had myself down some, and I was listening to a stream of mine just to kind of get an idea of what the audio was like. And there was definitely times where I was too quiet, but I had the volume maxed out, and I was like, oh, I don't want that. Audio is like, it's so hard to get your audio right. Everything else is easy. Because everything you can just like uh set your bit rate and your frame rate and all that, and it's like one and done. But with audio, it seems like you're always having to play with it. Yeah, I went back and watched one of my like oldest ones, or I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was like, it was back whenever I had the fake green screen effect on the camera, and so like it looked like I had like everything around me was like doing this. I was like, oh my gosh, it's come a long way. I always had to have you at max volume. Yeah, I've definitely turned it up. I've got a limiter on now, so if I get scared and like yell or jump or something, I'm not gonna blow everybody's eardrums out. Let's see. I always had to have you at max volume. You're not on max volume now, so much better. Nice. That's good news. It's been a process. Kind of expensive. Kind of an expensive process. But I really enjoy doing this, so uh, I don't mind. And it's definitely cheaper than like rebuilding a car. Oh no, his root broke. He's gonna heal. Let's grab this Warder of Zalgaz here. Yeah, it's been really fun getting everything set up and like learning about all the different stuff like equalizing audio and how video editing, like I've learned so much about that, and I'm not gonna say I'm good at it, but I've definitely gotten better at it. Yeah, it's been a fun experience. I definitely didn't do anything like this last time I was really into streaming was like 2021. Oh, this guy's healing. Let's just root him and pull our pet back here. There we go. Just root rot him. Ah. Ah, he keeps healing. And root keeps breaking. Yeah, he's back up to 62%. It's the worst when root keeps breaking and then they get into melee range of something and then immediately start to heal. Like that. He didn't heal this time though. Pretty much had to fight that guy twice. But he dropped a Deadwood stave for me. And we're going to pull this guy even though we have no mana. Because I don't want to let the spawns get too split up. He's a minion, so he's not one of the hard ones. The warders are the hard ones. Yeah, last time I was into streaming, I just would like put the stream on and stream. I started playing around with OBS a little bit and had like different scenes set up, but like it wasn't, I didn't have a good command of it like I do now. It's kind of funny to go back and like look at my really old streams because it was like really bad. Like I think I was streaming in like 640p with 30 FPS and no webcam, headset microphone. And the funny thing was, I always hit way more viewers back then than I do now. I just don't think there's as many people watching streams now. That was like COVID, big time COVID. So it was like a different time. Never looked at those. They were they're all on YouTube. Like I don't even know if they're visible actually or not. I would have to go look and see. I don't know if I want them visible. Like they're all mislabeled. Like I'm streaming World of Warcraft and it says EverQuest, and I'm streaming like I streamed all kinds of weird stuff like Diablo 1 for a little bit. Like I would just, if I was playing a game, I would just stream it. Dang, we're already 25% to 44. That's good. Yeah, Diablo 1 is a good game. I agree, Rick. If you have an hour to spare, I recommend watching the David Brevik interview at Game Developer Convention where he talks about the development of Diablo 1. It's really good. Do you think this Spectral Guardian knew he was going to get ambushed by a skeleton wielding 2 heat sticks when he came around that corner? My answer is no. Those procs on the Deadwood Stave are so nice. Let's see if we can grab this this guy here. They hit for 71 on my pet as a max hit, but with the procs from the Deadwood Stave, it helps keep the pet up. And I'm still using my like low level uh life transfer spell. I think I get a new one at 44. Yeah, we've got this place locked down pretty good. It's a good spot for Necros to get some experience. Can't wait to go back at 44 to down there and hopefully finish that dagger quest. Then we'll get a weapon that gives us 8 intelligence. We could get the shield out of here. We could get rid of this stupid idol we got off a goblin like 30 levels ago. I think the shield here gives 6 intelligence. Let's see, we got 2 minutes on the respawn for the tower. I streamed Guild Wars 1 earlier. I wanted to do something different today. So I put that on and did the one of the Christmas quests. That was interesting. There was a point probably 14 or 15 years ago that I was super into that game. I don't know if I could get into it anymore. There's not enough to do at the max level. And you hit the max level really fast. There's not enough to do once you finish the storyline, I'll say that. There's definitely not a lot of power, like power curve. Oop. Okay, we have respawns in the tower. So we need to get this guy down. Oh my gosh, all the fizzles. That's kind of low on health. He's 50%. This pet regens really fast, though. We're going to give him some health. We really need to get this guy. I don't want to have to re-lull. I want to nuke him, but I don't want to fizzle half my mana bar. Because I have 4 more spawns in the tower to get through. Surprised he hasn't run. That was weird. No shield. We'll grab the skeletal minion. This is spawn number 2 for the tower. This one's a green. He'll go down easy. It's good. It gave my pet some time to get health back. I think we'll be getting a spawn behind us next. And we're at 28%. 44. Excited to hit that level 44 milestone. I get a lot more survivability at 44. Chris GNV, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Otherwise, Merry Sunday. It does not feel like Sunday. It's kind of weird. Probably because I've been off work for 4 or 5 days now. Hence the beard. Ah, jeez. And you didn't see that. So what is the GNV in Chris GNV? Is it like GNR but something different, like violence? Oh wait, we probably shouldn't say that on Twitch. We'll get banned. We don't want to get Rick started. I am a streamer too on P99. I have a GOD Necro. Gates of Discord? Or you mean like he's godlike? Games and vapes. Nice. Rick says he only heard his name, didn't hear the topic. I said, what is the GNV and Chris GNV stand for? And I said guns in. And I was like, oh, we can't say that on Twitch. We'll get banned. Well, that's cool. Are you on green or are you on blue? Let's grab this skeletal minion off the platform here. Green only, me and wife. Nice. I didn't start streaming until green had come out, but I did play blue from 2009 till probably about 15 or 16. I actually found P99 through the EQ EMU server list, but whenever it was in beta, it was just in the server list called Project 1999 Beta, and I was like, "What is this?" And I logged into it. I was like, "Oh my gosh, they like remade EQ into the old EQ." And then it fully launched about a month later, and I was super ecstatic about it. It was kind of weird back then though, because blue was stuck in Kunark for years. So when Velius came out, everybody just steamrolled Velius because they all had like crazy amounts of gear. Chris GNV says, I grew up playing EQ. I am old now. Welcome to the club. I think that's all of us. I don't think there's very many viewers of mine that are young, if any. It's a classic stream for classic people. Hey, thanks for the follow. I gotta figure out how to get rid of the background on that follower notification. I made that myself in DaVinci, and it was supposed to be transparent. Camp a lot of Chardock, nice. Do you probably get some good stuff in there? Probably make some good money. Even though I've been playing EQ for a long time, I'm actually extremely uneducated on how like the end game works. So I think I royally messed up my Chardock rep. Not sure if I'm gonna fix it or not. Alright, I think we have one more in the tower. You and the wife are starting a duo Shammy and SK. Nice. That'll be a fun duo. Got the Shaman and the Melee. Are you playing the Shadow Knight or are you going to play the Shaman? Just camp Goblin skins. That's what I was thinking about doing. Yeah, I was going out to Lake of El Omen and just loading up on Goblin skins. I was leveling a Shadow Knight on blue back in the day whenever they had the like 60% experience penalty. Because it was an Ixar Shadow Knight, it was rough. Getting from 35 to 36 took days. You'll be on tomorrow? I should come check it out. Yeah, I might do that. Probably stream a little bit tomorrow. Probably not like all day. Dang, this minion almost took my pet out. Try to get some health back into him. Not sure what's gonna spawn next. The Fellwith guards are dropping 2 weapons. Yeah, I bet you if I was to slash who Grob, there's probably an enchanter in there. Yep. They're probably making some good money right now. Grob was my my spot on my enchanter. Or at least it seemed like good money at the time. I think I made like 3,000 or 4,000 plat over the course of like, yeah, a couple days. 42 plat per kill, 1,000 an hour. That's crazy. Is there like a neutral vendor in Fellwith that you can go vendor to? Grab this guy here, the Spectral Guardian. I've been doing this solo cell phone thing for about 3 months now. Documented almost all of it on stream. You just gate to Steam Font and run back. I know on the Enchanter you could go vendor in Grob, but it's really scary. You got to do it at like the right time between spawns. And there's a level 60 or 61 Guildmaster warrior that if you get too close to him, he will just wreck you. And I think my faction is getting so bad on my Enchanter and Grob that I'm not sure if I can vendor there anymore. Even with like a Troll Illusion and the Rod of Insidious Glamour, it's not like they're still getting angry at me just looking at me. Let's see if we can snag this guy. Line of sight of me. Yeah, being Kunark only, there's no, like, well, I'm not going to say there's no guard camp. I think I could do Furiona V if I wanted to. Might need to look into that. I've thought about getting my FV faction up, though. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. I am 43. All solo, no trading. Let's see, 5 minutes on the tower spawns. Yeah, I did like 1 to 20 in Field of Bone and Kerns, and then 20 to 23 or 4 in Warslicks at the Ixar Pariah camp out there, and then over to Giant Fort. I learned that there's very little int gear on Kunark at the lower levels. So I didn't start getting actual gear with intelligence on it until around level 39 or 40. Then I did a bunch of down near camping the Tattered Grave clothing. So like the arm wrappings, that was like probably 20 hours of camping just to get a strength +3, int +1, mana 15 set of sleeves. The sandals here have got some int and mana on them. All that came out of down there. I did get this Bracer of the Hidden from the Sarnak fort in Lake of Ilomen. I camped Uwamp for the earrings, the headband, and the face. Oh, and then the lumpy goo for the gloves and down there. I actually bought the Sarnak ceremonial dagger because I just could not seem to find one on my own. And then after I bought it, I found like 3 of them. It was only 200 plat though. Research was a huge hurdle to get over in the 20s and 30s. I spent a lot of time with under-leveled pets. So like I used the level 20 pet till 29, I think. I got really lucky on the level 34 research. I had multiple attempts worth of components for the level 34 pet. So I was able to research that at level 34, which was huge. Otherwise, you gotta wait till level 39 to have like the research skill not be like so low that you fail. And then luckily you can buy your 39 and your 44 pet. But the 49 pet is the one that I'm like wondering how long that's going to take. Because that's a research only pet. Well, if you need help, let me know. I would, but and I appreciate it, but I am solo self-found, so I can't take any direct help. People have swung by and they've dropped buffs on me, and I won't click them off unless they like are trying to power level me. Then I'll ask them to stop. But nobody's like come and tried to like power level me, so just doing it all myself. It's been good. It's been a fun challenge. I've learned a lot about Kunark doing this. I appreciate it though. Yeah, I camp a lot of my own PP and gear we have. That's the best way to do it. It's more fun that way. Alright, let's start that respawn timer up. We got 18 minutes. And we have 4... Oh, there's a pack coming. I did buy my EOT. What is EOT? I don't know a lot about this game actually. I know a lot about leveling up from like 1 to 30. Past that, it's all like still very mysterious to me, even though I've played this game for a long time. Level 59 pet, best pet you will ever get. Nice. Go away, pet. Stuff is respawning in the tower. Costs about 25k, goodness. This pet is killing me. Oh, Zalgaz is up. I told the Necro in there, I hope he gets the staff. Maybe I'll go camp Zalgaz at some point. Yeah, I think that pet is it's like a drop only thing, isn't it? Wasting brain cells, welcome to the stream. Sucks the fear staff is not on the double drop. Oh, I didn't know certain things were not on the drop table. We want to grab this guy. Necros are so much fun, I agree, Chris. I think I enjoy, even though they're not as powerful solo, I enjoy soloing on them more than the Enchanter because of the dynamics. Soloing on the Enchanter is just stressful. You can't ever go P. And as we age, that gets more and more important. There's a lot to be said about being able to hit feign death and just doing whatever you need to do. Earlier, I had to like precisely time my pee break. I was like, okay, I've got 5 minutes till the next spawn. Let's go. Oh, we got a skeletal minion up here on the platform. And we have a good little stash, or we did. Oh yeah, we've got 4 deadwood staves, so we got a decent little stash. Chris GNV says Necros can do everything: heal, res, and charm. I love that about Necros. Like the utility is amazing. They have so much versatility. Double fine steel great staff. And the best mana regen. Yeah, they're good. The next solo self-found challenge that I'm looking at doing is Irudin only. I'm just trying to decide on a class. I don't want to do Necro again. That's going to be a lot harder than Kunark only. I was thinking Paladin. That just might be like really hard. Because like Necro is not gear dependent at all. It helps, but it's not a requirement. I was thinking about Mage. But I don't know. I kind of want to do like something hybrid. It's got to be something that an erudite can be. And I don't want to do enchanter or necro. So yeah, mage is in there, paladin's in there, shadow knight maybe. The if you're Irridan only though, you can't make the cultural armor. At least I think the paladin set requires something that doesn't drop on Irridan. I could always just amend the rules and say, hey, I'm gonna go farm this cultural armor. I mean, it's my challenge, so I can kind of do it how I want to. But it would be cool to be like purely Iridan only. I would have to look and see how mage would work with research. Actually, mages, I think it's like every other pet is a research pet, so it might not be that bad. Whereas Necros have like 2 or 3 research pets between 20 and 39. If you're Kunark only. Wasting Brain Cell says, I would say if the quest is Iridine only, but requires components off continent, that justifies the farm. That's kind of what I was thinking. Pretty much plan to play EQ as my main MMO until Monsters and Memories comes out, so I was gonna do Season of Discovery on WoW Classic, but I decided not to. People are already saying they're bored of it. They're only a month in, I think. If they'd have just relaunched a fresh WoW Classic server, I probably would be playing that right now. I'd rather just play like a fresh server than one that's got like a weird rule set. I feel like a fresh WoW Classic server is like a 2-year run, unless they accelerate the timeline. We ran out of spawns. Hmm. We're getting a little too efficient. I don't really want to go pull from that other room though. That room kind of scares me, this one up here. Oh, there we go. I don't think I have the capacity to do any more. Like, I probably could do one more spawn, but it would have to be a static spawn. Not lulling an entire room. That's too risky. This guy's beating my pet up pretty good. Get him down, pet. That shield is pretty rare. Just gonna dot this guy, so if the pet starts taking too much damage, we can just pull him off. He's a green though, so the pet's probably gonna beat him up pretty good. Hey, I'm Kevin, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. We're aiming for 44 or close tonight. We're at 37%, so far so good. And I streamed some Guild Wars 1 earlier, so you can go back and check that out on the replay if you want to. It was definitely interesting. I haven't touched that game in a long time. It definitely shows its age. It's a little bit janky. I did one of the Christmas quests. There's a lot to like do in that game, but it doesn't really interest me that much because the progression is not very vertical like it is on EQ or WoW. Like you're not going to get that much more powerful. Yeah, all my old characters are still there. I remembered my my password and everything. I really only had one character that I worked on. I love going back to games I used to play just to see the old characters, yeah. I made a comment about like how my character, like I thought he was cool back then and now he looks kind of douchey. Yeah, we just need like one or two more spawns that aren't hard to pull out of a room. This would be perfect. But it's not a bad spot. I got all the way from 42 to 43 here, and I'm 37% to 44, so Okay. This one's about to respawn. Trying to crawl my 59 mage on P99 red to 60. Good luck. Do you get attacked a lot at that level? Or is it pretty safe? I feel like at higher levels people probably leave each other alone a lot more. They don't want to make enemies, and then whenever they're trying to do camps or whatever, have somebody show up and yank them. I did try to play red when I first came back to EQ, the P99. And within like 2 minutes, somebody was stream sniping me, and I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't stream this. Oh, it's the other way around, really. So there's more PvP. I guess probably because it's so top heavy. We'll probably fight more, yeah. The only thing I've heard, or the main thing I've heard about red, is that it's just so toxic. 55 plus is PvP. Anything under really doesn't happen, huh? And Kevin says it used to be toxic AF back in the day. No idea about it now. I imagine it probably hasn't changed too much. I'll take this. I enjoy getting into a camp and just chilling and leveling. Some of these camps are already stressful enough. I don't know if I would want to deal with the added stress of PvP and people coming after you all the time. Wasting Brain Cells says it's not really toxic now, but the population is so low it's hard to even find someone to PvP. Yeah, I feel like red is the most niche of all the EQ communities that you really could have. Thought it was really interesting that the original red Ralosec was the last server that they woke the sleeper on. And they did it like years after everybody else. Those kinds of communities, though, like really lend themselves to that emergent type gameplay where the players kind of write the stories more than anything. Somebody did a whole article about it online about waking the sleeper on Ralosec. It's really neat. It's neat to read. Need a spawn. I wouldn't mind playing Red, but there's no chance I would be able to stream it. I feel like that's just putting a huge target on yourself. Everybody knows where you're at as soon as you log in. One idea I've had recently is playing on EQ retail on the test server, because you get access to all the content for free. And I really would not mind seeing what came after POP. That's as far as I've really gone. I've seen a good amount of POP because I played on the TLP that's POP only. Oh, hello. But there's so much in like Classic through Velius that I haven't even seen, because I've always just been leveling characters and I've never actually gone to the end game, so I've never done a raid on P99. I may casually raid on uh, this character when I finish the SSF. Or I'll just go right to the Iridan only. %40. Making good progress here. Then at 44, it's back to down there. So excited. I haven't spent enough time in that zone already. So this guy heals, so we're just going to dot him up and then keep him rooted. Found that that's the best way to deal with the healing mobs, is if there's nothing in melee range, they don't actually heal themselves. They just stand there and die. It's kind of funny. Hey, casual meme fan. Welcome to the stream. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, otherwise, Merry Sunday. Two Deadwoods. Love it. I think we have one more tower spawn. There he is. And it looks like I finally got my evocation up to the point where I don't fizzle. It's at 94. I still fizzle, but not nearly as much. KC is popping tonight with 24 people. Nice. Yeah, one of my viewers, Rick, was out there earlier. I'm not sure if they're still there trying to get a tranquil staff. Let's see, that was the last tower spawn. Rick is still there. Got some people getting a Christmas Eve EQ in. As are we. Ignoring our families since 1999. Just kidding. Just leveling, but we'll take a T-staff if it drops. Nice. You guys roll them off, or how does that work? If you go into cab from the Necromancer Guild side, there is an NPC called the Hermit. Use Skelly form. You can spam I am a great sorcerer, and you can max Necro faction without doing anything else. I've heard about that, actually. But I appreciate the heads up. Let's see, we've been up for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Made pretty good progress. The bonus experience is really nice. Nothing up here. So we'll just wait on these. Yeah, there's a lot of people that bank in cab that aren't Ixars. I've noticed that. Ooh, cancel what I said about the fizzles. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. But I got better at evocation. Right now is the best time to get your Cabos faction since it's double faction. Yeah, I thought about doing like Chardok faction during this time, but I think I'll just get the levels. Uh-oh. Need to get the pet to get some health. And we'll just root rot this guy. Ooh, the pet's just life tapping away over here. Casual meme fan says I should work on my dragon faction. What do you get from the dragon faction? It's crazy to me. There's so much stuff you can do in this game. Get to bank in Sky Shrine and not die to Wuoshi. Yeah, I forgot about that dragon that patrols the what is it? The ring. Forget the name of it. Eastern Waste? I think the Druid ring. I didn't know you could bank in Sky Shrine though. That's cool. It's so crazy, like how much was in this game, and it was for such a short period of time, like 2 years, really, from Velius or release of the base game to Velius. 2 or 2.5, somewhere in there. Must have been a crazy time back in the day. All right, we got 2 minutes on the spawn here. Actually, less than 2 minutes. We need to get some mana back here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do that here in a little bit. Casual meme fan says, for all its flaws, Kunark and Velius were pretty amazing. I agree. The whole game was like really revolutionary. It's kind of a testament the fact that we're still playing it even today. This guy should be up any second now. It's funny though because we play it a lot differently now than we used to. We definitely know a lot more. I imagine there was a very small percentage that played the game the same as we play it now, but like a majority was playing very, very casually. And we were literally busy attending in-game weddings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember seeing like level 40s and being like, whoa, level 40. They're so high. And there was only like 10 level 60s online on the server I was on. There's probably more anonymous, but yeah, there wasn't nearly as many. The last time I went back and checked on my first WoW character, he was decked out in strength and agility greens. And, yeah. And he was a warlock. Nice. I figured he was like some sort of caster. Hey, everybody used to crap on the melee hunter, and then we figured out during WoW Classic that melee weaving was actually viable. I had the big old two-handed sword off Nefarian. It's freaking awesome. I didn't even know on vanilla World of Warcraft that you should be like selling everything you find on the auction house. And I never could figure out why I was like so broke. But I was vendoring everything. Like I was vendoring stuff that was probably worth like hundreds of gold. Because I thought if it wasn't like a purple weapon or some really high level thing that you shouldn't like post it. I didn't even think to check. Now when I play WoW, I like the first thing and the last thing I do every day is like check the auctions. And I love logging in and finding like a mailbox full of auctions that have sold. And you click open all and you just watch all that gold come rolling in. I think the next one to spawn is going to be up there. Let's see. And I didn't know back in the day on EQ either. Like you could sell all those bone chips for actually decent money and go buy some like way better gear. So it was like the same thing. I was always super broke. I thought if you like the only way to make money I thought was to get like a really expensive item like a fungi or like I thought it was a waste of time to go try to sell a low level weapon. Now I know you can like go get 10 stacks of bone chips, go out to the common lands, sell them off, and then go buy like at least a starter set of gear. Maybe more than 10 stacks, but I think you guys get what I mean. Kevin says you don't even have to go to EC a lot of the time. Yeah, you're not wrong. People buy those things everywhere. Yeah, high levels go into the field of bone and spam like buying bone chips. I didn't know you could turn them in for experience either. So like, how many characters did I level really slowly because I didn't know you could go like do a couple quests and I mean, shoot, some of those bone chip quests will get you from 4 to 8 with like 5 stacks or maybe a little bit more, but it doesn't take much. Kevin says a guy on blue buys them for 20 plat a stack. Wow. We just hit 50% to 44. We are making it happen. I sold him every last chip I had, and I rebuilt. Yeah, there's like a ton of items that you can sell to other players or like use for quests. Scorpion pinchers and Feel the Bone is another good one. I had no idea, despite having leveled like 10 Ixars to level 10, that you could turn in those scorpion pinchers and get experience. Kevin says, made a fortune on green selling crush bone belts and pads. I did know about that one. I do remember turning those in and getting the those will like power level you. You could pretty much skip like 10 levels with those things if you spend enough money on them. Yeah, you can get to 8 super easy, yeah. And those are like the worst levels anyway, so it's pretty great. It's a win-win for the new players who just need plat. The older players who just want to skip the levels and they have a lot of plat. Evan says, or when green first started, you could. I think quest experience changed. Huh, I didn't know that. They do make some tweaks, I know that. They changed the zone experience modifiers too for different zones. Because at one point, Mistmore was like the spot. Oh. Jumped right out of me. You'll see it on some quests where people write comments about how much experience they get for turn in on the wiki. I have seen that. Helps you gauge what you should do with some of those items. Like those canines in Dalnir, that was one that I should have started early hanging on to. Ooh, that's a warder. Let's get some pet health and mana back. Some quests that will determine the experience has been nerfed and not worth it anymore. Yeah, I've heard of that. They changed the split paw scrolls, huh? There was a bread quest? Never heard of the bread quest. There's so many things I haven't heard of in this game, it's crazy. I feel like I could play this game the rest of my life and still learn something new. It was referred to as bread questing, nice. Yeah, I never heard of that one. OP for a druid. I'll have to check that out. Get our pet out of melee range, so he just stands there and dies. That spine piercer. Thought I had one. Maybe not. Yeah, I suppose if it's a shipment, it probably requires travel, and druid can just do it very easily. Dual spine piercers. What are these? Shadow Knight into HP 10, 1030. Not the best. Not worth it anymore. Because they nerf the quest. All the bones back. This is a great camp. Oh, he's running. Oh, he line of sighted us. I'm not really worried about it. If you look at the Fearot one, you can see the comments. The commenters determined the XP was nerfed. Yeah, it is kind of interesting that it's like this is a classic EQ server, but they change things. So if they're gonna change the bread quest, why can't they make it so mobs can't heal other mobs through the walls? Or from floors above. I love getting heals on whatever I'm fighting from like a floor above what I'm fighting. Every time it happens, I'm just filled with overwhelming joy. Especially when there's multiple healers in range and your mob goes from like 20% to 100% and you have no idea where it's coming from. So we're at 55%. We built up a nice stash of 6 deadwood staves. I would like to have a few more before we move on. Those really help soloing later. Kevin says, I don't know when they change things. They always reference some old post on the forum from like 2000. Yeah, there's really no telling. Like, we didn't gather data on this game quite like we do now. So, like, there's no telling what was actually like. This could be very different than actual EQ, and we just don't know because it's been so long. I think it's like the most accurate representation we can probably get, but yeah, it definitely is. It's different. I feel like they got the fundamentals down though. Like the core gameplay is there. It's just the specifics. Two minutes on the first tower. And I'll probably smash my way through one more tower spawn cycle here, and then I'm going to have to get off because it's Christmas Eve. I really should be spending time with my girlfriend who loves and supports me. Kevin says when you start using user comments from websites and forums in the early 2000s, there is no shot it's accurate. Yeah. Yeah, there's really no way to tell. It's just like I said, it's the best we've got. I'll take it though. I mean, it's still very fun. It's managed to hold my interest for years. Till Monsters and Memories comes out, and then I'll be logging into P99 and looking at my old characters like we were talking about. Like, oh man, my solo self found guy. That's crazy. I remember playing him so much. I had 455 hours on my Guild Wars character. Let's see, what is that? How many days is that? 18 days? That's not crazy. It's not as much as I mean, I guess that's probably more than what I figured I had played that game, but 30 seconds. I definitely played it like a good amount. I wonder how many days I have played on this guy. There's no way to tell because the /plague command just tells you when you like created the character. It doesn't tell you like your actual playtime, which is unfortunate because I'd love to know. I guess I could add up like my stream time and then add like maybe another 20 or so hours to that. Because I pretty much exclusively played this guy on stream. But then again, I haven't. Oh, I've been pretty good about uploading almost all my streams to YouTube as well, so I could probably get a pretty accurate count. See what my evocation is up to. 95. It's pretty good. Gotten 7 levels tonight. It at least doesn't fizzle every single time. And I'm up to like 400, almost 420 plat, almost 430. It's nothing crazy, but it's nice to make a little bit of money while you're getting experience. Hey, I just hit 96 on evocation. Yeah, I think I am going to probably be taking some money off of him. Research is going to cost probably about 2,000 plat, but I've got like 3,500. So he's made money. And then whenever you add in this Bracer of the Hidden, if I was to ever sell that, it's probably like he's made like 10 or 12K, somewhere in there. I think the next one spawns here. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed doing this. There's some like idiosyncrasies to the being Kunark only and not being able to buy anything. Like camping a set of sleeves with one int on them for like 24 hours. Because they're literally the best in slot sleeves you're gonna get. Kevin says, I like doing stuff like this too, but Kunark is not for me. Yeah, the high MR on a lot of enemies, like there's some things that make it not the best. High MR, high health on enemies. It's not like insurmountable, but it's definitely like I said, it's got its own like unique set of challenges. And it's definitely not the most efficient. Kill him. There we go. Two more spawns in the tower. And we're pushing 60%. Kevin says, I'll come back for Howling Stones or City of Mist, maybe. Yeah, I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do after Kaesora, to be honest. Like, where do I go from here? That's been the dilemma. Kevin says, I always leave right when I'm done with Kerns. Yeah, that's a good time to leave. That's whenever it gets kind of crappy. That 4 or 5 levels before you can do giants is like not fun. Although I figured out like a couple of good spots to do. But yeah, that point where I was doing like Sarnak Fort, that was not fun. Those guys have high MR and like every mob, every Sarnak was like a 1v1 duel to the death. Like if I got resisted too many times, it was like over. Kevin says Worslick's Woods Giant Fort is nice, but sometimes it's too contested. Yeah, that was tough in there. Like some nights I would have it all to myself and just be rolling in experience. The nice thing about Worslick's Woods Giant Forts is they drop words for research up to like 34. So I got in there. Ooh, Skeletal Guardian. Is this a... Have I seen this one? Am I just crazy and I've just been like glossing over this, or is this something different? He's definitely got a lot of health. We're gonna get him like fully dotted up. That way if we need to pull the pet back, not an issue. Yeah, it was weird how I was getting like words. I researched my 34 pet at 34, which was like unheard of at that point. He didn't drop anything, so he must not be. That must just be something I just wasn't paying attention to. I think we have one more spawn in here and then we're going to call it. 60% to the next level. That's good progress for one night for me. I could probably sit here for another 2 hours and grind it out to 44 and be super happy, but the lovely person in the next room might not be as happy. She baked me a cake yesterday, so appreciate her. Holidays are making me chunky. Yeah, I need to figure out where to get my 49 research. Need that 49 pet. I can buy my 44 pet, but the 49 one, gotta find him. Too many desserts. Yeah, she's making like cakes and cookies. Tomorrow we're gonna have ham, mac and cheese, chicken. It's gonna be good. See, I thought I had one more in here. Maybe I lost count. Thought it was this one that spawns in this corner. We'll grab this guy. Get him, pet. Too many desserts. Welcome back to the stream, Kalari. Kevin says, had 7 kids ranging from 1 to 7 years old running around the house today. It was mayhem. Yeah, anytime like with my kids opening Christmas presents, I just like accepted the fact that the house was gonna be like trashed for 2 days. And if you like stress about it, it just kills the fun for everybody, so I just let it happen. Last spawn. Kalari, you came too late. I have to go watch a Christmas movie with my beloved. Kalari says, I introduced my niece and nephew to pomegranates. We're just gonna nuke the crap out of this guy. We don't fizzle all the way down. There we go. We'll root him. We can't beat us up too bad. Let the pet finish him. Alright, that is the last one for me. Everybody have a happy Christmas Eve, and I'll probably be around tomorrow at some point. I don't think I'll be streaming all night or all day tomorrow, probably tomorrow night. But I want to thank you all for watching. This is the MMocracy, and I want to encourage you all to stay classic, have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you again soon.